We're going to start with the standing arm circles. So what I need to do first is you're going to stand with your feet hips width apart. You want your feet straight, point straight ahead. You're going to make a golfer's grip. So half fist, your fingers tight to the pads of your hands, and thumbs out. Contract the shoulder blades, pull them back together, and then raise the arms up. Point the thumbs straight ahead, there you go, and make 6-inch, roughly about 6-inch circles. You're going to want to do 40 frontwards. We want to make sure that the feet are pointed straight ahead, stay nice and straight. If you feel any crunching, in the shoulders, then make slightly smaller circles. And we can bring the arms down, and then we'll bring them up and turn them reverse back to the room, and then reverse the rotation, and we'll do 40 of that count. After 40 more, then we take a break, come back and do another set. So 2 sets of 40 for the standing arm circles. Our next Ecise is going to be the static extension. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get our hands and knees. So you want to have your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. And we're going to walk your hands out 6 inches, about a hand's width out. And now move your shoulders so your shoulders are over top of the hands. Keep the arms pressed straight out. Now you want to drop the lower back in a nice lumbar curve. And now relax the upper back and let the shoulder blades come together and the head come down. You'll hold that for 1 minute. And that's the static extension position. From there we're going to go into a downward dog. So we can come back to on the kneeling. So knees back under the hips, hands pointed forward. Our feet are going to be, you can let your feet relax and the toes go out. Now you're going to, I'm sorry, you were right. So now we're going to tuck the toes under. Push the hips up and go up into a pike position. Yep, you can. You can keep them close if you like. And then, so really reach through to keep them straight back. Try to engage a lumbar curve if you need to bend your knees to get that. And then, but you really want to be, the end goal is to get the heels on the ground. But we hold this for 1 minute. That's the downward dog. So from here we're going to go into the assisted hip lift. Now come back down to your knees. And now we're going to lie on the back. I should come over to the wall. So you're going to put your feet up on the wall and lie on your back. So you want your feet to be hips width apart. We want 90 degrees at the knees and at the hips. Now you can cross your left foot over your right knee and then push with your hip. Your upper body can be relaxed, and just push your hip towards the wall. You're going to hold that for a minute. Do you feel any tightness in the hip? Or?
Yeah, a lot, actually. And my arms have a hard time relaxing.
Wonderful. All right, and now return it back to neutral, and then we'll do the other side. And hold that for 1 minute. So really push that knee into the wall there. And that's the assisted hip lift. Now the next one we're going to get into is the hip crossover with the palms down. So we'll have you spin around, probably on the yoga mat, be best. Yep, perfect. So in the hook line position, your feet are hips width apart. Perfect. So take your left foot and put it over your right knee. You're going to extend your arms out straight out to the sides and palms down. Sorry, nice line. Now you're going to lower this foot to the ground and look to the opposite side to get a nice twist. And make sure you breathe through it. Have any pain or discomfort? No. All right. We hold that position for 1 minute. Then we can return back up. And then switch sides with the feet. And then do the other side. It's important that we keep the spine straight and the hips level and the arms nice and straight out. And that's the hip crossover, palm down. Next we're going to move up to the wall, if I can have you stand up. And we're going to do the, it's called the windmill. So we do this in a couple different sequences. So first time, feet pointed straight out, hips width apart. There you go, arms out. Just get a little bit. So you want your back to the wall, your head, shoulders, everything to stay to the wall, and pivot at the torso. And you're going to do 5. And so you're going to go to the right, back to the left, and that's 1. And you want to keep the hips stationary, you just move with the upper torso. 2. And do 1 more. 3. Good. Now we're going to spread the feet out. So about 2 feet apart, there you go. Keep them straight ahead. And now, yep, do 1, and we'll do 5 this way. 2. And now we'll do another set with feet slightly wider, so they're about 3 feet apart. And then you do 5 more in the extended position. All right. And then the last set, feet back to hips width apart again, and then 5. And then we'll do the final ones. Perfect. Now we can move on to supine point flexes, foot circles and point flexes. So we'll lie on the back, extend one leg out, point the toes to the ceiling. You're going to grab the back of the hamstring underneath the knee. Very good. Important to keep the shin parallel to the floor. That's good. And now we'll do 40 circles. Do 40 circles. We'll do clockwise. And for now, we'll do about 10. And then we'll go. And you want to definitely be leading with the foot. You want to make sure you're not using the knee for the movement. And then we'll do counter the rotation, counterclockwise. And we want to do 40. I want to make sure the shoulders are relaxed in the floor. If you have trouble, if it's too hard to reach, we can always use a strap or a belt to hold on to. And then we'll do, I'm going to do 20 point flexes. So push the toe down and pull it back and push it down. Okay. Wonderful. Well, let's switch sides. Make sure to keep the foot straight up. There you go. Shoulders are relaxed. same with this. And if 40 is too many, start with 20 and do 10-point flexes, and then build your way up. Don't do you have that much tightness in that ankle?
Yeah.
I see it. That's good. And then we'll do the point flexes. Wonderful. The next one, while you're on your back, stretch your feet straight out. You're going to reach out to the sides, hands down, so palms down to the ground. Make a nice straight line. Now you're going to stack, put both toes up to the ceiling and stack your right foot on top of your left toe. And you're going to roll your hips to the left and look to the right. And breathe. And you hold this at Ecise for 1 minute. Make sure to engage the quads and the glutes. Really pull through it there. Return this back to center. Now you can unstack and do the other side. Now roll the hips to your right and to your left. Keep those thighs tight. Extend the feet out and keep the toes flexed up. And hold that for a minute as well. Alright. Now we're going to roll over onto your side into a fetal position. We'll do the upper spinal floor twists. Bring the feet out, 90 here. So bring this shoulder underneath if you can. There you go. Put your palms together. And now, as you open up, roll this hand open. Now our goal is to keep the feet in line, the knees in line. So if you have to hold with this hand, you can hold your knees here. And if they feel like they're pulling apart, and then just breathe, and we hold this for 1 minute as well. Do you have any tension in?
Either the arm and the lower back.
Any pain?
No.
And then return it. Now we'll roll over. Roll over to the other side. And start here. Bring the hips up. Feet at 90. And now open up to the other side. And then you can hold those knees down if need be. Make sure to breathe. Reach through, and we hold this side for a minute as well. And that is the upper spinal floor twist. And when you finish, always bring the hands back together to center. And now for our final one, we're going to do the air bench. Stand at the wall, feet hip width apart, point straight ahead. I'm going to slide down so that your pelvis is just above the knees, and then the feet, so you can slide your feet out a little bit more. Slide down a little bit more. Just slightly another inch. There you go. Perfect. Can you turn this one a little bit? Now push the lower back flat into the wall. You can hands at the side, or you can land palm up on your waist if that feels better. And you want to hold this position for 2 minutes. You want to keep that lower back pressed into the wall. You want to feel your weight in your heels, and you want to feel it in the top of your thighs. And that's the air wrench.